You want to understand Linux like a real practitioner? Then don't just type commands blindly. Beginners use Linux for months and still say there is nothing here, when in reality everything important is hidden. And you will also see how hackers will think and deal with these hidden files. So today's video is about hidden files in Linux, one concept fully explained with real terminal demos. So let's start without wasting time. In Linux, hidden files are not protected, they are not encrypted, even they are not locked, they are simply prefixed with a dot. Example .bash rc, .ssh, .config, .profile. That single dot is enough to hide them from normal view. Linux hides them because they are configuration files. Users should not accidentally modify them and they control how your system behaves. Hackers love them because misconfigurations live here. So to understand it more clearly, we will start our first practical. So open your terminal and type ls. You will see something like documents, downloads, music, pictures and so on. It looks normal and also it looks clean. Yeah, right? Now type ls space -a. Boom! These files were always there. You just weren't allowed to see them. Dot folders bash rc .profile .ssh. Let's understand the dot and dot which is important for labs. Dot which means current directory, dot which means parent directory. In HTTP labs, you will often move like this: cd dot or cd dot. If you don't understand this, navigation becomes confusing fast. So let's see why hackers care about hidden files. Let's go one by one. Real use cases. .ssh. Let's navigate to SSH folder. So simply type cd /.ssh. Now ls-a. You may see idrsa.pub, authorized keys, known host. And why this matters for an attacker or a hacker? Because idrsa, which stores private SSH key, and if it is readable, an attacker can get instant access, or even there are misconfigured permissions, attacker can get privilege escalation. In Hack the Box or Try Hack Me, many boxes are rooted just by finding a weak .ssh folder. Alright, pause here. This file .bash rc is extremely important. Let me explain this slowly and clearly. Every time you open a new terminal, Linux silently reads a file called .bash rc. Think of bash rc as rules that Linux follows every time we open the terminal. So before you type anything, Linux already executed whatever is written inside .bash rc. So now let's open it. So simply type nano. Now don't panic, you are not hacking anything yet. You are just reading. Inside you will mainly see three things: aliases, environment variables and path configuration. So let's understand each one properly. First is aliases, which means fake or shortcut commands. When I type this command, actually run something else. Like example, alias ll is equal to ls-la. So now ll will behave like ls-la. That's not hacking, that's just a shortcut. But one second, you will think how hacker can use this. Now think like a hacker. What if someone writes alias ls is equal to rm-rf asterisk and entered. Now the user types ls. Don't worry, I'm alive. Files start deleting instead of listing. The user trusted ls. Linux followed .bash rc. That's command manipulation. Looks interesting, huh? Don't even think to do this as a prank on your friend. So let's see a simple and safe example so you can get it clearly. before we go to the safe example, first you see what we get the output. We will simply type ls, see the output. Okay, now most system use harmless aliases like alias ls is equal to hyphen ls hyphen color is equal to auto and hit the enter. This only adds color to output. Same command, same behavior, just better visibility. Small change, huge impact. Now second is environment variables, which means system memory. They are global values stored in the shell. Like example, echo home. That value came from .bash rc or similar files. Why hackers care about this? Because they got variables control like program behavior, paths, permissions, execution flow. If an attacker modifies variables like path, ld preload, editor, they can change how commands behave without touching the command itself. Silent manipulation, but it is very powerful. Now let's see the third, path configuration, which is the most dangerous one. Path tells Linux where should I look for commands. Check it. Write echo path. You will see something like user local bin or something. When you search for ls, where ls, you got something user bin ls. Ls is a executable file which is located in the user / bin / okay. So I will not give this practical. I will give a concept. Please try your own. If you have any doubt, you can just comment. I will be there for you. So assume a folder here malicious. If someone add this to .bash rc, export path is equal to ~malicious : path, and places a fake ls file inside malicious folder. We store the ls file in the malicious folder. We have added the line also in the bash rc, and this ls Linux will run attacker's ls, not the real one. No warning, no pop-up, no error. That's the command execution without exploitation. The last is config, which means application secrets. So let's navigate to config. And type ls. You may find app configs, tokens, API keys, session data. In real-world pen testing, .config folders leak credentials more often than people expect. Now next, practical 2. Open your file manager. You won't see hidden files. Now press Ctrl+H. Boom. Suddenly everything appears. Terminal users already saw this from day one. That's why hackers prefer CLI over GUI. Why Linux does this? Linux trusts the user. It says, I won't stop you, but I will hide dangerous things unless you ask. This is power with responsibility. Now soldiers, there is a mission for you. Open your Linux system, go to your home directory and run ls and ls-a and explore .bash rc, .ssh, .config. Don't edit randomly, just observe. Curiosity is how hackers grow. Linux doesn't hide things to protect you, it hides things to test you. If you can't see hidden files, you are not blind, you are just not looking the right way yet. Explore, break nothing, learn everything. This is Krypton Syndicate. See you in the next one. Stay sharp.